Super Bowl 49. This is the CBS Morning News.
Sweet mother of softness, Charmin.
Take a closer look at Charmin Ultra Soft and you'll love what you see. Not only can you use less, but you can actually see the softness in our comfort cushions.
We all go. Why not enjoy the go with Charmin Ultra Soft?
Here's a new trick for the same old dinner. Try Unsloppy Joe's.
Yes.
Pillsbury Grand's Biscuits.
Make dinner pop.
I want regularity. Of course I do. It's a big part of good digestive health. Can't I just have regularity without having to think about it, let alone talk about it? Benefiber conveniently helps support good digestive health and maintain that word. Benefiber is all natural, clear, taste-free, and dissolves completely. You know what Benefiber tastes exactly like when you put it in water? Water! The only way you'll know you're taking fiber is by how great you feel and by how little you're thinking about that word. Benefiber, now available in stick packs.
People of the coffee drinking world, Dunkin' has a dark roast coffee that's deliciously roasted just right for a bold start and smooth finish that's never bitter. Put down the dark roast you've been putting up with and reach for the one you deserve. America runs on Dunkin'.
At City Furniture, every mattress we sell is covered by a 120-night security blanket. So you'll always know you got the best price on the best names in bedding. Save up to $400 on iComfort and iSeries adjustable bases. Get a free box spring or $400 off adjustable bases on select Simmons Beauty Rest. Plus, enjoy same-day delivery and no interest until 2017. See for yourself in the showroom or at cityfurniture.com.
Every cup has a story.
I love the taste.
Always smooth, never bitter.
My cup of coffee is always awesome when I go to Dunkin'.
I see the steam rising off the cup because you know it's a fresh pot.
1 cup a day for sure, 2 if need be. And it's usually need be.
Dunkin', your place for coffee.
Good morning, I'm Walter McCullough.
And I'm Rhiannon Alley, and we have breaking news overnight. A man accused of killing his girlfriend's 3-year-old son is now under arrest. We are live at the jail with the charges he's now facing.
Then taking on ISIS, President Obama gets set to make his case to Congress to use military force. This after the death of another American hostage held by the terrorist organization.
Television shakeups. NBC anchor Brian Williams is suspended from the job. Plus, The Daily Show's Jon Stewart makes a big announcement after 16 years.
Powerball fever. The jackpot now stands at $485 million. This morning, what are your odds of having the winning ticket?
And it's an all-new Women to Watch. This morning, we're talking with the concierge at the very ultra-hip Standard Spa, Miami Beach. The Turn Tracker goes one-on-one with Crispy Soloperto about the job that lets her see it all.
That's a great job. We'll see you back here in just a minute.
The time to act is now during Mattress One's President's Day sale. Buy any size mattress set, king, queen, or full at a twin set price. Any size 8-inch Cerna memory foam set, only $5.99. Any size Sealy Posturepedic set, only $4.99. Memory foam pillow, $10. Buy any size mattress set, king, queen, or full at a twin set price. Plus get 0 interest for 5 years and free express delivery during Mattress One's President's Day sale. Visit mattressone.com to find a store near you.
Sorry, but our Xfinity internet is faster and more reliable. UVerse doesn't deliver the speeds they promise.
Thanks for your time.
Okay.
Well, hi there.
It's just you again, but you're wearing a mustache.
You got me. Honey, I think we should switch to UVerse.
Too far.
Don't get UVerse by UVerse. Get the fastest, most reliable internet only with Xfinity from Comcast. Sign up today or get started with this great offer. Call 1-800-XFINITY.
The largest selection of brand name mattresses at the lowest prices. Visit Mattress One.
When you see these faces, you know you're getting world news of the highest integrity. So when you see these faces, just know we hold our local news to the same standard, and it's what you can expect every day on CBS 4 News.
I'm outside. Where are you?
I'm right here. I'm in the Buick.
I don't see a Buick.
Oh, got it.
Encore, the expectation-shattering crossover from Buick.
Wow.
Now during the Buick President's Day event, current lessees switch to Buick and lease this 2015 Encore for around $199 per month with $499 due at signing.
Game, set, stuffed. That chicken was amazing. We have leftovers for tomorrow.
Oh, yeah. You know, we could do chicken over like a nice big salad.
Some pasta.
Chicken tacos.
Chicken sandwich.
How about a chicken stir fry with vegetables?
Anything.
That's good. Yum. We're just gonna eat this now, aren't we?
Yeah, who we kidding?
Yeah.
Publix Green-Wise chicken is raised without antibiotics or added hormones and is air-chilled for ultimate flavor, so you get nothing but pure chicken deliciousness. Publix, where shopping is a pleasure.
Rise and save. The Rooms to Go President's Day mattress sale is going on now. Get the best brands at the best prices. Save on Sealy, save on Serta, save on Beauty Rest, and get special financing on iComfort and Tempur-Pedic. Plus, get this very special offer. A king-size mattress set for the price of a queen. That's a king mattress set for the price of a queen in 5 different brands. During the President's Day mattress sale going on now at Rooms to Go.
You are her favorite napping spot. You're her amusement park, personal chef, and her happy place. And now you can also be there for her when it comes time for college with a Florida prepaid college plan. And with plan prices almost 50% less than last year, there's never been a better time to start. Start today by enrolling at myfloridaprepaid.com. Florida Prepaid. Starting is believing.
When you set out to find new roads, you obsess over perfection. Evolve function, elevate form, and create the highest quality midsize sedan. Chevrolet, the most awarded car company of 2014.
Right now, current qualified competitive owners and lessees can get this 2015 Chevy Cruze LT for $159 a month.
Find new roads at your local Chevy dealer.
From Miami-Dade, Broward, and the Keys, this is South Florida's CBS 4 News This Morning.
Good Wednesday morning. It is February 11th, 5 a.m. Thanks for waking up with us. I'm Walter McCullough.
And I'm Rhiannon Alley. Good morning to all of you at home. We have your traffic and weather together this morning. Vanessa Borges standing by with a look at that drive-in.
But let's start off this hump day with your weather forecast and meteorologist Lisette Gonzalez. Good morning, Lisette.
Good morning, Walter, Rhiannon. That's right, it's hump day. Wednesday, halfway through the week. Here we go. And boy, is it chilly out there. 5 to 15 degrees cooler in comparison to yesterday. Right now, mostly clear skies. Look at these numbers. Certainly going to need your sweaters, jackets this morning, especially bundling up the little ones. 53 in Pompano Beach and Fort Lauderdale, 52 in Pembroke Pines, 48 in West Kendall. We can almost call that cold. 55 in Miami, 51 in Homestead, and down through the Keys, the mid to upper 50s. So it's even cool down through Monroe County, 62 in Key West. We have the cold front that swept through yesterday. Breeze out of the northwest, 7 to 10 miles per hour. Bus stop forecast showing we are definitely enjoying sweater weather as we head into the afternoon. It will be pleasant. Highs in the low to mid 70s with plenty of mild sunshine. So maybe dressing in layers would be your best bet. But you are going to need a serious winter coat as we head into the weekend. We'll talk more about that strong front on the way. Let's get a check of your traffic right now with Vanessa.
All right, we're going to start off on I-95 and talk solely construction. There are no accidents in all of South Florida. So I-95 southbound at Northwest 135th Street, only one lane of traffic is getting through. You can see police cruisers set up on that right-hand side. So one general purpose lane getting through. All the express lanes are opened up. Do have a number of other construction closures out there. One of them that affected Lisette this morning, unfortunately. So if you're heading out on I-95 northbound to 836, all those lanes are shut down this morning for construction. She got stuck in that one, but there's a major detour for you out there, so pay attention to the signs if you're grabbing the keys. 826 southbound at 58th Street. 2 of your right lanes are blocked off on the southbound side of the Palmetto near the city of Doral. State Road 112 westbound at 36th Street. The exit ramp is closed off. You can always continue westbound, jump off on Lejeune or 42nd Avenue, and then 836 eastbound at Red Road or 57th Avenue. You're going to see the exit ramp is closed off. You can always take 42nd Avenue Lejeune instead, guys.
Thanks for the advice, Vanessa. All right, we begin this hour of news with breaking news. A man wanted for murdering his girlfriend's 3-year-old son is now under arrest. Corey Gordon was taken into custody late last night.
CBS 4's Maribel Rodriguez has the breaking details. Maribel, good morning.
Good morning. According to BSO, Corey Gordon was taken into custody, as you mentioned, late last night. This happened in Lauderhill and was brought here to the Broward County Jail, where we're told he is facing first-degree murder for the death of his girlfriend's little boy. Corey Gordon, the man Broward Sheriff's Office says killed a 3-year-old boy, has been arrested. He was taken into custody late Tuesday night in Lauderhill. According to BSO, Gordon killed Kai's coach on Monday after the boy's mother, Chantel Hayes, says she left her son with Gordon, her boyfriend, while she went to work. And when he picked her up, Gordon was crying and her son was in the car, but not breathing.
He hurt him. He hurt him to the point where he was lifeless. He took his life away from him, away from me and my mom.
Kaisa's grandmother, Glenda Hayes, says Kaisa's injuries were severe.
She looked at his stomach. There was bruises all over his stomach, and like he punched him in his temple.
Glenda Hayes said her grandson told her just 3 days ago that Gordon punched him in the stomach.
Kais was so afraid of him.
The family says Gordon drove Hay and Hayes to Coral Springs Medical Center, where he dropped them off and drove away. Chantel Hay says she trusted Corey Gordon.
I never thought that he would hurt my son.
Neither BSO nor the Broward Medical Examiner's Office would release any details about Kaisa's death, other than saying it was a homicide. Glenda Hay says Gordon should be punished.
He needs to pay for what he did.
That was CBS WFOR's Maribel Rodriguez reporting.
And now a developing story for you. The State Department confirms that it is closing the U.S. Embassy in Yemen and evacuating staff over security concerns. Now, Yemen has been a country in crisis for months now since Iran-linked Shiite Houthi rebels took over the capital and also much of the country. The State Department had already been operating with a small staff. Now, U.S. officials are saying that this won't affect counterterrorism operations against al-Qaeda's Yemen branch.
Also developing this morning, police have arrested a suspect wanted in the shooting of the sports director for the CBS station in San Diego. A SWAT team surrounded the home of 54-year-old Mike Montana last night, where he surrendered. That is him. Montana is accused of shooting Kyle Kraska in front of his own home yesterday. Police say Montana is a contractor. It's believed that he painted Kraska's house. And then they said that they had a dispute and Kraska targeted him. Kraska was targeted, rather. Kraska suffered gunshot wounds to his leg and the left side of his stomach, but his station says he is recovering this morning, and it looks like he will recover.
Oh, I know, Kyle. I'm happy he's doing well. All right, this morning there's a shakeup happening in the TV world on two fronts. One, a major announcement from NBC News regarding Brian Williams, and two, Jon Stewart announces he's leaving The Daily Show. CBS 4's Cynthia Demas has details on both developments.
NBC News President Deborah Turnus sent out a memo saying Brian Williams is out for now. She said the suspension will be without pay and is effective immediately. Williams came under serious fire and criticism when he misrepresented events which occurred while he was covering the Iraq War. Turnus said it then became clear that on other occasions, Brian had done the same while telling that story in other venues. This was wrong and completely inappropriate for someone in Brian's position. NBC Universal CEO Steve Burke said what Williams did has jeopardized the trust of millions, but said he deserves a second chance and we are rooting for him. Williams apologized last week for saying he was in a helicopter that was hit by a grenade while covering the Iraq War in 2003. Instead, he was with a group of choppers and another was hit. Some veterans involved called him out.
I want to apologize. I said I was traveling in an aircraft that was hit by RPG fire. I was instead in a following aircraft. We all landed after the ground fire incident.
Then another TV shakeup. Comedy Central's Jon Stewart will leave The Daily Show as host later this year. Stewart broke the news to the audience at Tuesday's taping in New York. Stewart took over the show in '99. No one and nothing was off limits. Just 5 months ago, he poked fun of our notorious Fangate. Remember when R. Elliot Rodriguez said,
"We have been told that Governor Scott will not be participating in this debate."
Well, you cannot participate. A debate must have at least two parties to be considered a debate.
And just last night, Stewart actually discussed Brian Williams' recent conundrum.
See the problem? We got us a case here of infotainment confusion syndrome. It occurs when the celebrity cortex gets its wires crossed with the medulla oblongata. The truth of what a reporter's saying is all in the direction their face is turned. News story, war story. Trust me on this. Total bull.
I'm Cynthia Demas, CBS 4 This Morning.
Now, in November, Stewart was on Howard Stern's show talking about possibly stepping down, saying that he has young kids and was concerned about always coming home late at night to his children. As for Brian Williams, he has not commented on his suspension.
Well, today, President Obama will ask Congress for new authorization to use force against ISIS. This comes as friends and family members remember American hostage Kayla Mueller. The Islamic State confirmed her death through a private message to her family that included a picture as proof. ISIS captured Mueller in Syria in August of 2013 while she was there working for a humanitarian aid organization. They claim she was killed in a Jordanian airstrike last week, but so far that has not been confirmed. Mueller is the third American to die in the hands of ISIS, including journalist Steven Sotloff from Miami and James Foley. Two men are under arrest suspected of plotting a terrorist attack in Australia. The two were caught during a house raid in Sydney. Police found a hunting knife, a machete, and a homemade ISIS flag. Australia has been on heightened alert since December when two people and a gunman were killed during a deadly hostage situation at a Sydney coffee shop.
President Obama will release new details today on the U.S. efforts to combat the Ebola outbreak. It will include a withdrawal of U.S. troops fighting the deadly disease in West Africa. 2,800 troops were deployed, but just 100 will remain by April 30th. The White House says Ebola cases are declining in Liberia, Sierra Leone, and Guinea. Troops staying behind will continue to work with Liberia's military and others fighting Ebola. The move comes as Ron Klain wraps up his work as the Ebola response coordinator.
And some big news this morning for the Miami Marlins. Our news partners at the Herald report the Marlins will host the Major League Baseball All-Star Game in 2 years, 2017. Neither the Marlins nor the MLB have confirmed it just yet, but the Herald says the deal is done. The Marlins had hoped to get the Midsummer Classic right after Marlins Park opened 3 years ago. Baseball awarded the game to South Florida 15 years ago, but then yanked it after the Marlins dismantled their first World Series team. Now, this might be one of the last times the All-Star Game is awarded this way because baseball might soon create a bidding process like the NFL does with the Super Bowl.
Okay, are you feeling lucky this morning? Well, if you do, or if you are, you may want to pick up a Powerball ticket today in the jackpot. It's now estimated at $485 million. Tonight's drawing is the 5th largest prize in U.S. history. And while we can all dream about hitting the jackpot and taking home the entire Powerball prize, the reality is those dreams are extremely slim. Just 1 in 175 million.
That doesn't sound too bad, but let's put it into perspective. The odds that you find a pearl in the oyster are about 1 in 12,000. It's also more likely that you will die because you got struck by lightning, because the chances for that are 1 in 136,000. You have a better chance of being crushed by an asteroid that falls from the sky. The chances of that happening are 1 in 700,000. While you only have a 1 in 12 million chance of being attacked by a shark, it is still a lot more likely than winning a Powerball.
But a small chance is better than no chance.
You can't win if you don't play. We always say it. But you don't have to play because we did and we're going to win. I have a feeling.
All right, coming up, back home with his family.
North Miami Beach police officer who was injured on the job, he's gotten the all clear. You can see he walked out of the hospital. People were clapping. Coming up at 5:30, he speaks out for the first time since being shot.
Great news there. But first, the fight for life. What police are now confirming about the investigation into Bobby Christina Brown's case. Plus, the major denial coming from her family.
And more prime real estate for the Donald. The South Florida mogul reportedly has his eye on something new.
All right, happy Wednesday. Checking in with our weather watchers right now. It is a chilly start, South Florida. Right now, reporting 55 degrees. That's Bart Cuseo in Fort Lauderdale. We're going to check in with one more weather watcher. He's saying clear and cool. 54 degrees right now. Thank you, Manuel Castro. Hialeah. You'll definitely need your jackets, your sweaters, but the heavier coats will be necessary as we get into the weekend. I'll have more in my complete forecast.
Vanessa has her eyes on the roadways for us, so we'll have that report for you, and we're happy you're joining us this Wednesday morning. You're watching CBS 4 This Morning. We'll be right back.
CBS 4 News is sponsored by AT&T UVerse TV. The UVerse revolves around you. Call 1-800-PIC-ATT.
Celebrate with huge savings.
Now at the new Rick Case Kia.
We'll do whatever it takes to be #1 in our first month. You can save thousands on over 600 new Kias. Plus, we doubled the factory warranty to 20 years at the new Rick Case Kia on Sunrise at the Sawgrass.
The health insurance marketplace is now 1 year old. And if you didn't get covered last year, you may be looking back saying coulda, woulda, shoulda. Could have saved money, would have had coverage, should have gone with a plan from Florida Blue. Call us at 877-255-4845. Of course, we offer doctor, prescription, and emergency coverage, but that's just the beginning. We have a variety of plans to choose from, so you're sure to get the coverage that works for you and your family. And with 3 provider networks available, you can also get coverage that fits your budget. So give us a call and let us show you all the coverage choices you have, how much money you may save, and how much financial assistance you can get from the government to cover your premium. Because having coverage and saving money is a good thing. So don't say coulda, woulda, shoulda. Call today and get covered. Act now. The deadline to enroll is February 15th. Call 877-255-4845. That's 877-255-4845. Or visit us online at floridablue.com/covered.
How do I know I'm getting the best price on this?
We'll match any competitor's price.
What about this?
Price match guarantee.
And this?
Yep.
So no monkey business? No tomfoolery?
Oh, we do have tomfoolery. Tom?
Staples has a price match guarantee.
Make on budget happen, make best prices happen. Staples, make more happen.
February 19th to the 22nd. Come hang out with your favorite culinary stars at the Food Network and Cooking Channel South Beach Wine and Food Festival.
It can't be described.
It's a gig you gotta go to. There'll be plenty of fun, sun, drinks, and incredible food.
It's amazing.
Take part in special demonstrations, tastings, exclusive events, and more.
Sun, sand, and palm trees couldn't get any better.
Proceeds benefit Florida International University.
This is a fantastic festival.
Miami is the place to be.
Get your tickets now at SoBeFest.com.
Hi, I'm Lisa Petrillo. Come on, let's go eat.
Drive. Food. Yum.
It's got Florida all over it.
Taste of the town. Drive. Food.
Look at the size of that burger.
Yum. Yum. Drive. Food. Yum. Taste of the town.
The world-famous Harlem Globetrotters.
American Airlines Arena, March 1st.
You get more for less at the new Rick Case Kia, the world's largest Kia dealership. We're out to be #1 in sales our first month. This week, get our guaranteed lowest prices or your money back. Grand opening sale at Rick Case Kia on Sunrise Boulevard at the Sawgrass Expressway.
CBS 4 News is sponsored by the Volvo XC60 crossover, because if it matters to you, it's everything to us.
Welcome back. It's 5:15 right now on this Wednesday, and that cool down has begun.
It has. This is
chilly out there.
We've only just begun because it's chilly with the 50s and the upper 40s today, but by the weekend it will be even colder, if you can believe it. So definitely going to need to search in the back of the closet for all that winter gear, and we'll need those jackets and sweaters this morning. Let's take a live look outside from our Fort Lauderdale camera right now. We're seeing the city lights mostly clear, dry. The breeze has lightened up a bit. Yesterday was windy at times, but look at these temperatures. 53 for you in Fort Lauderdale right now, 55 in Miami, 50 in Hialeah, 51 in Homestead. Down in Marathon, you're waking up to a cool start as well with 59, 62 in Key West. That's not all. Here are the coldest temperatures that I could find. Of course, well inland, Neighborhood Network showing us in Weston, you're waking up to 49 degrees. Brr, that is cooler in comparison to yesterday. West Kendall 48, 50 in Coral Springs, 51 in Fort Lauderdale. Right now, breeze out of the northwest 6 to 10 miles per hour. But look at where the serious cold air is right now. Only 50 in Orlando, but 42 in Gainesville, 41 in Jacksonville, and near freezing in Tallahassee and Pensacola with the mid to upper 30s. You can see the clouds are off to our east, off to our west, but across the peninsula, we have that northwesterly wind flow behind the cold front that swept through yesterday, providing for a very dry, stable air mass. Waking up to the 20s in Boston, Cincinnati, Minneapolis, 30s from D.C. through Memphis and even as far south as Atlanta. You can see where the colder, wintry weather is. 50s for Texas right now. And although we are seeing relatively quiet conditions across the mid-Atlantic and the Northeast for now, check out this storm system area of low pressure. Yeah, another round of snow for our friends up to the Northeast and New England areas. Also seeing quite a bit of action over in Colorado Colorado, New Mexico, and also the Pacific Northwest finally getting a break from a very, very soggy start to the week for us. Lots of sunshine tomorrow, a little bit warmer before the cold front sweeps through Friday. Winter sunshine during the afternoon with highs in the upper 60s, 40s in the morning. Chilly sunshine as we get into the weekend, and it will be downright cold at night and in the morning hours. Again, with the 40s, some areas may hit the upper 30s. For today, the high 74 degrees. We will see plenty of sunshine, and tonight you again will need your sweaters, jackets. Open up the windows. You don't need to put the AC on. I know I didn't last night. Coastal areas 56, inland areas 51. We do have bumpy conditions, boaters, Gulf Stream advisory, small craft advisory, moderate chop on the bay, seas 4 to 9. So here we go. Just as Rhiannon mentioned, this is only the beginning. Whoa. We are going to see lows in the low 40s by Saturday for Valentine's Day. Great cuddle weather. High around 62, 46 on Sunday morning. The high of 63 for President's Day, the holiday. It's still cold. Lows in the low 40s, and then highs around 64 degrees on Monday of next week.
Okay, but it's improving because yesterday it said 60, so maybe it's going to keep.
Yeah, but it also,
it
also only had 2 days of the 40s. I saw 4 days of 40s.
See, I'm finding the silver lining, and you're finding the negative side.
Let's hope that the traffic situation is much better than that.
It is, actually. So when
you have the good news today. Well, hers is pretty good news.
A lot of people are going to like Lisette's news. Yeah. I don't. I'm a Miami girl. I needed 80 degrees everywhere. Walter knows that well. We have a struggle with the thermostat in here. So heading out on I-95, we had all the lanes shut down except for one. Now take a look at it. It's looking good northbound and southbound. I-95 southbound, only one lane was getting through. Those are the headlights. Now you're seeing all the lanes are fine at Northwest 135th Street. Everything's opened up. We do have construction closures throughout the rest of Miami-Dade, though. I-95 northbound to the Dolphin westbound, you're going to see all the lanes are shut down, but detours are set up for you. 836 eastbound at Red Road or 57th Avenue. The exit ramp is shut down. You can always use 42nd Avenue, Lejeune instead. 826 southbound at 58th Street. Just got word that this one cleared up, so no longer have to worry about those right lanes blocked off. Do have to worry about the Airport Expressway, State Road 112, westbound exit ramp to Northwest 36th Street. It's still shut down, so you can always continue and then jump off at 42nd or Lejeune as well, right by the airport. Broward County, you're looking great. No construction and no accidents throughout all of South Florida. 595 drivers just 10 minutes to cut across eastbound from I-75. Lots of green arrows all the way over to I-95, guys.
All right, Vanessa, thanks. And the Bobby Christina Brown case is now a criminal investigation. Police are confirming that they are investigating the conditions surrounding Brown's near drowning in a bathtub at her home outside of Atlanta. Brown's boyfriend, Nick Gordon, has been questioned about bruises found on Bobby Christina's chest. Meanwhile, her family says that they have no intention of taking Bobby Christina off of life support today, which is the 3rd anniversary of her mother, Whitney Houston's death. Prosecutors, meanwhile, have now granted immunity to the fiancé of former New England Patriot Aaron Hernandez. The ruling on Tuesday suggests that Shayana Jenkins will be called to testify against Hernandez for the prosecution. Jenkins' sister was dating Odin Lloyd at the time of Hernandez, at the time that he was accused of killing the semi-professional football player. Trial testimony, meanwhile, suggests that she may know the answers to critical questions, including the location of the gun that was used to kill Lloyd.
A Miami-Dade Police Department's nationwide study of fingerprint analysis could make it easier for juries to convict defendants. The department's Forensic Analysis Bureau received a grant to study and test the work of 109 fingerprint examiners to show the accuracy and validity of fingerprint matches. The study found that there were 0 errors when 2 examiners looked at the results, which is normal protocol. Police departments still rely heavily on fingerprint matches, in part because of their accuracy and also the quick turnaround time to identify suspects.
Well, Donald Trump could have his sights set on buying a new golf course in South Florida. Our news partners, the Miami Herald, report this morning that Trump wants to manage the public golf course on Key Biscayne's Crandon Park. According to the Herald, Trump is set to invest $10 million in improvements while pledging not to increase green fees for Miami-Dade residents. Trump already owns a chain of courses around Florida, including the Doral Golf Resort.
Are you a golfer?
Not that good.
Yeah, my husband's not either. He plays, but he's not good.
Yeah, we all play, right? Gotta have some fun.
5:21 is the time, and up next, saying goodbye.
Yeah, Hollywood reacts to Jon Stewart's announcement that he's calling it quits after his 16-year run on The Daily Show.
Say it ain't so. And a Little League controversy. The allegations against that team that captured all of our hearts just a few months ago.
But first, here's a look at what's happening in South Florida. For more on the Academy Awards presented by 211 Broward, Just log on to our website, cbsmiami.com.
Attention parents and teenagers. Join us for a free teen driver training program. 4 driving skills for life. February 14th through 15th at Sun Life Stadium.
President's Day deals could be yours at American Signature Furniture. This week only, get free delivery, plus savings as good as a tax break, or 60 months no-interest financing. So let's review. Free delivery plus big savings or 60 months financing. American Signature Furniture. Style comes easy.
When people keep repeating that you'll never fall in love, and my love open the door, and my love open the door, and my love open the door to your heart.
At JCPenney, get gifts for all your loves. During the Valentine's Day huge sale, get an extra $10 off when you spend $25 or more with coupon. JCPenney, when it fits, you feel it.
Ah, fresh Florida pan-roasted vegetable medley served with sirloin steak. The sizzling sound of fresh Florida vegetables mingling together. Sauté zucchini, squash, bell peppers, and tomatoes in golden olive oil. Garnished with fresh parsley and served with juicy sirloin steak. That's how easily pan-roasted Florida vegetables complete a delicious meal. Visit freshfromflorida.com for more great recipes. And remember, delicious is always served fresh from Florida.
It's never been easier to find a dentist. Watch.
Dentist.
Now you have to figure out which one takes your insurance. Okay, now a dentist you trust and feel comfortable going to. I know. At 1-800-DENTIST, we've helped over 8 million people find that right dentist. And we can do the same for you. So don't put it off. Call 1-800-DENTIST today.
Earn more without all the bouncing around with the Yield Pledge Money Market account from Everbank. Get a rate in the top 5% always. Earn over 11 times the national average without rate shopping or worry. Bank conveniently from anywhere with ATM refunds nationwide and no monthly fees. Plus earn a special bonus rate of 1.4% for the first 6 months, 1.01% first year APY. Call 1-855-529-6741 or visit a local financial center.
This week, save thousands on Kia at the new Rick Case Kia on Sunrise at the Sawgrass.
President's Day mattress deals could be yours with free delivery, plus savings as good as a tax break, or 60 months no-interest financing. Plus, this week save over $100 off the Simmons 2-piece queen mattress set. Each piece just $199. American Signature Furniture. Style comes easy.
You'll feel like you bought from the factory. Headquarter Toyota.
Welcome back. It is 5:25, and the Academy has added even more names to the list of stars who will take the stage at this year's Oscars. Jennifer Aniston, she is not upset that she wasn't nominated. She will be handing out trophies at Hollywood's biggest night. She won't get one, though, because her role in Cake, as I mentioned, did not get nominated. She joins other newly announced presenters, including Chris Pratt, Kerry Washington, and John Travolta. Neil Patrick Harris will host the show February 22nd. Can't wait for that. Well, there was a superstar welcome for Robert Pattinson in Berlin at the world premiere of his new movie, Life. Remember Robert Pattinson from Twilight? He's kind of been out of the public eye. There he is, full beard. Pattinson signed autographs, but he ducked out before the movie because he says he can't bear to watch himself on screen. I understand that, actually. It sounds weird, but I get it. It is based on the true story of a photographer's friendship with the actor James Dean from the 50s. And from fans to fellow TV stars, many are very surprised that Jon Stewart will sign off after 16 years at The Daily Show. Stewart made the announcement on last night's show. He thanked viewers and said hosting was the honor of his professional life. Among those shocked, Alyssa Milano, remember her from Who's the Boss? She tweeted, "No, Jon Stewart cannot retire from The Daily Show." Former CBS Late Show host Craig Ferguson said congrats to Jon Stewart, an extraordinary, groundbreaking run. Mario Lopez tweeted, "Jon Stewart leaving The Daily Show? Not acceptable, seriously."
Okay, I'm with Mario on that one. Can't have that.
You know,
stay.
I totally agree. The only reason I understand it is because he said on the show last night he has young kids, and he said he doesn't even get to have dinner with them. He said, "I hear from sources that they're very lovely people."
Right.
You know, so he wants to spend more time with his family, which
Makes
I
sense
get.
to me.
Yeah, makes sense. Vanessa
You know
Borge?
what doesn't make sense all the time is our traffic.
It
though.
never makes sense,
Well,
ever.
Vanessa helps us out with that, right?
I try to make sense of it, but it's impossible. It's an impossible job because 826 drivers, I-95 drivers, you know the drill. It's always busy. It's always confusing. Tons of construction. Lisette got stuck at it this morning on her way into work. 826 drivers at one point this morning, all your southbound lanes were shut down at 122nd Street for construction. We had a lot of other closures that I've been talking about throughout the morning. Updates on all of those and any traffic alerts out there when we get back. Lisette.
Vanessa, you know that Sean, our floor director, also got stuck in that traffic. So thankfully, I was able to get you on the phone right away. You're my personal traffic reporter, helping to navigate through all that construction. Thankfully, hopefully that'll start to clear out. But right now, clear skies and cooler with the low to mid 50s in Miami, Fort Lauderdale, low 60s in Key West. And it will be only colder as we get into the weekend. I'll have details in your complete forecast.
I'm Jeff Glore. Coming up, a family asked to decide if a loved one's killer should be executed. Their struggle to make the ultimate choice coming up on CBS this morning.
CBS 4 News is sponsored by AT&T Uverse TV. The Uverse revolves around you. Call 1-800-PIC-ATT.
Get monumental savings during Ed Moore's Sawgrass Chevy's Monumental Sales Event. Get huge savings on the Chevy you've always wanted. Drive off in new 2015 Cruises, Malibus, or Equinoxes. Only $99 a month. Visit edmooresawgrass.com.
All the goodness of milk, all the deliciousness of Hershey's syrup. Squeeze, stir, share.
From spikes to stilettos, from the range to rock and roll, the biggest names in fashion, music, and golf are coming to the Cadillac Championship. Watch the world's best golfers at Trump National Doral by day, and by night, a fashion show hosted by Ivanka Trump. Plus, Cadillac Miami Nights live with Santana and friends. Get your tickets at CadillacChampionship.com.
People of the coffee drinking world, Dunkin' has a dark roast coffee that's deliciously roasted just right for a bold start and smooth finish that's never bitter. Put down the dark roast you've been putting up with and reach for the one you deserve. America runs on Dunkin'.
Brookside chocolate now has a crunch. Brookside Crunchy Clusters. Crispy multigrains and sweet fruit flavored pieces dipped in rich dark chocolate. Discover Brookside Crunchy Clusters.
Get monumental savings during Ed Moore's Sawgrass Chevy's Monumental Sales Event. Get huge savings on the Chevy you've always wanted. Drive off in new 2015 Impalas, Traverses, and Camaros. Only $199 a month. Visit edmooresawgrass.com.
Rick Fobaum and Erica Sargent. Weeknights on CBS 4 News. From Miami-Dade, Broward, and the Keys. This is South Florida's CBS 4 News This Morning.
Right now at 5:30, back home and on the mend. The North Miami Beach police officer shot on the job is now speaking out about the help he's received and the gift he will treasure for the rest of his life.
Plus, crime connection. Police in 3 Broward cities are on the hunt for armed robbers. Why one agency thinks they may be searching for the same guys. It is 5:30 on this Wednesday, February 11th. Thanks for joining us. I'm Rhiannon Alley.
And I'm Walter McCullough. Good Wednesday morning to you. We got the traffic and your weather together. Vanessa Borge, she's standing by with how our roadways are looking at this early hour.
But first, let's go to meteorologist Lisette Gonzalez and see how our forecast is shaping up. A nice, cool start, Lisette.
It is. It feels great. And I got to confess, I didn't even turn on the AC overnight. And also once in the car, I turned on the car seat heater. And the interesting thing is that it will be even colder by the weekend. So get ready. Right now, you need those sweaters, jackets as you're getting ready to head out the door. Look at these temperatures, about 5 to 15 degrees cooler in comparison to yesterday at this time. 53 Pompano Beach in Fort Lauderdale, 52 Pembroke Pines. Good morning. Look at that, 47 West Kendall. Yeah, temperatures usually drop a few degrees before sunrise. 55 in Miami, and we are seeing the mid to upper 50s, even down through Key Largo and Marathon. And then we're seeing 30s and 40s across North Florida as we're seeing the winds out of the northwest behind the front that swept through yesterday. Bus stop forecast showing, bundle up the kiddos. Dressing in layers is your best bet since this afternoon. It will be comfortable with a high of 74 degrees, but temperatures will be really cooling down as we get into the weekend. More on that straight ahead. Let's get a check of your traffic right now with Vanessa.
All right, we're going to drive around 5:32 in the morning, and you're going to see that it is a nice drive out there. I-95 at Northwest 151st Street. Don't need to take those express lanes. All the general purpose lanes are opened up southbound. Northbound are those headlights getting into the Golden Glades interchange. After you get out of the interchange, head southbound on I-95. This is a live look at Northwest 79th Street, so plenty of headlights coming straight for you. Heading over to the Palmetto, this is right where it splits up into the Dolphin Expressway. We're right back here, and then you're seeing all the northbound lanes of 826 looking good. Southbound as well. 826, after you head northbound, hit the big curve, head toward the Golden Glades interchange. This is what that drive looks like. Eastbound, a little bit busier than the westbound side. You're seeing those headlights. Driving into Broward County, where we have no accidents and no construction either. This is I-95 at 595. Northbound side is right here, so they're about to hit 595. Maybe you're heading to Fort Lauderdale. Looking good there. I-95 at Cypress Creek Road. I'll leave you with this live shot. Northbound lanes are the tail lights, headlights. Would then be heading southbound. Guys.
Vanessa, thank you. It is 5:33 and a North Miami Beach police officer shot in the line of duty, walked out of the hospital. He is back home. Officer Lino Diaz is now recovering with his family. CBS 4's Aurelio Ortega shares what he had to say while leaving the Ryder Trauma Center.
4 days after being hit by 2 bullets, North Miami Beach police officer Lino Diaz walks out of JMH with a sling around his arm and a bullet still in his leg.
The support that I've gotten from everybody, it's been overwhelming, from community to law enforcement officers.
This picture, taken after undergoing surgery Monday night to repair a fractured bone, shows where one of the bullets struck Officer Diaz, as well as stitches going down his arm where surgeons implanted a metal plate.
You can see my recovery is going very well, and I will continue it.
Since being shot Friday while attempting to serve a search warrant at a North Miami Beach home, Officer Diaz has received widespread support from the community and fellow officers. Before leaving the hospital, his family loaded up all the flowers, balloons, and gifts sent to the decorated police veteran. But the one gift that Officer Diaz carried out himself, a teddy bear with an arm sling given to him by his 7-year-old daughter before surgery.
And she wanted to give it to me because it represents me in a sling. And this teddy bear I will have with me for the rest of my life.
You want to set this for status next Thursday? And then
the man accused of shooting Officer Diaz, Elton Bandu, appearing in court Tuesday morning. Because of the pending case, Officer Diaz not able to give details about Friday's shooting, saying his main mission is to get better.
My goal is to recover as quickly as possible, come back out here, serve and protect my community.
The suspect in the case remains locked up here at Turner Guilford Night Correctional Center with no bond. A judge is set to hold a hearing next week to announce his decision on Bandu's request to be released on bond. Meantime, Officer Diaz tells us that he will need physical therapy. He does not know when he'll be able to get back to work. Reporting from Northwest Miami-Dade, Aurelio Ortega, CBS 4 this morning.
And here are more of your Wednesday morning's headlines. Breaking overnight, a man wanted for murdering his girlfriend's 3-year-old son is under arrest. Now, here is the just-released mugshot of Corey Gordon. He was arrested late last night in Lauderhill. Investigators say Gordon killed his girlfriend's son, 3-year-old Kais Coach. According to deputies, the boy's mother, Chantel Hay, left her son with Gordon when she went to work on Monday. Hay says when Gordon picked her up, he was crying. When he got in the car, he wasn't breathing. Gordon is charged with first-degree murder. Police have arrested a suspect wanted in the shooting of the sports director for the CBS station in San Diego. Mike Montana is accused of shooting Kyle Kraska in front of his home on Tuesday. Kraska suffered gunshot wounds to his leg and to the left side of his stomach. He is recovering from surgery this morning. And family and friends are mourning the death of a 26-year-old aid worker and ISIS hostage Kayla Mueller. Mueller's family confirmed that her death after receiving an email from ISIS with a photo of her body. Today, President Obama will ask Congress for new authorization to use force against ISIS.
And this morning, detectives are trying to figure out whether the same group of crooks are behind 3 armed robberies at local businesses in just the span of 2 days. Here's CBS 4's Lauren Pastrana with more.
Not 1, not 2, but 3 Broward businesses robbed in a 2-day span. And now one police department believes the cases may be connected. The latest heist happened in Miramar Monday night. 2 armed men wearing hoodies and green bandanas over their faces stormed the AutoZone store along State Road 7 demanding cash. Security cameras captured an employee opening the safe and the robbers taking as much as they could get their hands on. A spokesperson for the Miramar Police Department says detectives believe this case may be linked to 2 others. On Sunday in Davie, armed robbers held up the Miami Subs restaurant on State Road 7. The same day in Sunrise, 2 men, also wearing hoodies and green bandanas, barged into the Little Caesars Pizzeria on North Pine Island Road with guns drawn. After getting cash from the register, police say the robbers forced the employees into the freezer where they bound their hands with duct tape and shot one person in the foot when he refused to give up his cell phone password. If you look closely, you'll see one robber was wearing pants with a greenish stripe along the side, similar to the ones worn by this man in the Miramar robbery. Coincidence or critical clue? The investigation continues. Now, police need your help tracking these guys down. If you recognize them from the security video, contact Broward Crime Stoppers. That number is 954-493-TIPS. In Miramar, Lauren Pastrana, CBS 4 This Morning.
And now to a mystery in North Miami Beach. Police discovered the body of a young woman in a car, but they are not sure how she died. Police received a call just after 12:30 yesterday about the body that was inside a black Jetta at Northeast 157th Street and 14th Avenue. Neighbors say that the Jetta had been there since just after 1 on Sunday afternoon. Detectives say that there are no apparent signs of foul play. The Jetta was transported to the Miami-Dade Medical Examiner's office so investigators can look for clues.
And now to a CBS 4 safety alert. Police in Coral Gables and Miami are warning residents of a string of recent distraction burglaries. Coral Gables cops handed out flyers on Tuesday to alert residents. Police say that there have been at least 7 cases where crooks pose as a variety of different workers and distract the homeowner while someone else sneaks in the house and steals cash and jewelry. They believe they are preying on elderly victims.
Really just want everybody who is a homeowner, if you don't know who it is, don't open the door. Call us. Let us find out if you're not expecting somebody.
The victims have given varying descriptions of the burglars, and if you have any information, you are asked to call police.
Fort Lauderdale Mayor Jack Seiler has been reelected to a 3rd term in office. Seiler went up against 3-time challenger Earl Reinerson and bartender Captain Loogie Brennan. Seiler won the primary race with 71% of the votes. Brennan came in 2nd place with 16% and Reinerson in 3rd with 13%. Seiler wins despite making national headlines defending a new city ordinance restricting where the homeless can be fed in public.
Okay, it is 5:39. Are you having trouble sleeping? I know I am. What you can do during the day to help you get some Z's at night.
Then cholesterol's comeback? Why the way you think about your diet may be about to change.
And a robot dog goes viral. There it is. Why did he kick it? Oh, well, we'll tell you why people are outraged. I think we can probably guess. Wow.
I'm Trend Tracker Tara Gilani, one-on-one with infamous South Beach concierge Crispy Soloperto. Meet her in Women to Watch, coming up only on CBS 4.
It was a very emotional tease. I-95 drivers at Northwest 135th Street, take a look at your drive, northbound, southbound, a lot of you out the door. So let's talk about construction, traffic alerts, accidents. When we get back, I'll give you all the updates. Lisette.
I'm with you, Vanessa. I feel bad for that robot dog that was kicked around. That's just not right. Weather watchers, we're waking up now with a chilly start. Thank you, Denny Smith, for letting us know what's happening in Davie right now. 53 degrees. Certainly needed your jackets. The kids will need a sweater. Loida Hernandez, thank you for letting us know what's going on in Hialeah. 51, some spots even waking up to the upper 40s. So how long will this sweater weather stick around? I've got your full forecast straight ahead.
Attention parents and teenagers. Join us for a free teen driver training program. 4 driving skills for life. February 14th through 15th at Sun Life Stadium.
Right now you could get a great deal on a 2015 Honda Pilot.
But can it pass my Tuesday test?
What's your Tuesday test? So that's your Tuesday?
Yeah. Tuesdays are pretty slow.
The Honda Pilot clearance event is happening now. Hurry in to get a great deal on a 2015 Pilot, built to handle even your busiest days.
What's
happened to snacking? How did it become absent-mindedly eating one after the next after the next? So predictable and so unsatisfying. What about pulling up a chair, a stool, a beanbag, and actually tasting our food? We are a creamy cheese that still believes in the beauty of a knife, in the elegant swipe of a swipe. Of course, that doesn't mean you can't dunk us or scoop us up. Enjoy every single solitary bite. The Laughing Cow. Reinvent snacking.
Those are Hondas. Those are AutoNation Hondas. What's the difference? Compared to Kelley Blue Book's fair purchase price, most people pay less for their cars at AutoNation. So drop on by.
Right now, get a new 2015 Civic, $98 a month. Or a new 2015 Accord, only $149 a month. AutoNation! AutoNation Honda in Miami Lakes and Hollywood.
The fact is, most people pay less at AutoNation.
At Rooms to Go, President's Day starts right now with great savings in every furniture category. Get amazing buys on living rooms, incredible values on bedrooms, low prices on dining rooms, plus finance interest-free until January 2020. So why wait for President's Day? Hurry to Rooms to Go right now for beautiful furniture, big savings, and interest-free financing until January 2020.
If you're thinking of buying a new Honda, the most technically advanced car in this market, think about this. This is the all-new Apple iPad, and Brickell will give away an iPad free with any new Honda.
Get a 2015 Accord Sedan LX Automatic for $159 a month for 36 months, or a 2015 Civic Sedan LX Automatic for $109 a month for 36 months. And don't forget, with Brickell Plus, you get free gas and oil changes for 60,000 miles. Call 305-856-3000 or visit BrickellHonda.com.
Welcome back. It is 5:43 on this Wednesday morning. We were just talking about how low the temperatures are going to be in the next couple of days.
Yeah, and you said that the models are constantly changing, that it may be a little bit warmer during the day, but still chilly. I mean, 63, 64 is a little cool for us.
Yes, and lows in the 40s. That's certainly cold for South Florida standards.
We were talking, we don't even have winter coats for our babies.
No, we just have little hoodies, but this weekend maybe we'll just hunker down. I think you were telling me that your mom, who lives in Kansas City, just kind of laughs it off when we talk about it's cold and it's 60s in South Florida.
I told her it was too cold to go to the park last week, and she said, how cold is it? And I said 65. And
she laughed at you.
Listen, I usually don't take Sophia to the park when it's in the 60s either. But then again, you know, here in South Florida, we're spoiled, and we're going to be seeing temperatures in the 70s this afternoon. But right now, it is cooler in comparison to yesterday. We're waking up to the 50s and the 40s. So for the kids getting ready for school, certainly going to need a jacket, sweater, especially if they're going to be waiting outside at the bus stop. Right now, dark and early live look from our downtown Miami camera. Mostly clear skies, courtesy of the cold front that swept across the area. And you can see the clear skies on the radar and satellite imagery as we have that northerly, northwesterly wind component. Right now, the breeze 6 to 10 miles per hour. Not as windy as yesterday, but still a pleasant breeze. 53 for you in Fort Lauderdale, 50 in Hialeah, 55 in Miami, 59 down in Marathon. And we're seeing even colder temperatures inland with the upper 40s in West and West Kendall, 50 right now in Coral Springs and Fort Lauderdale. We're seeing 40s and 30s across the Big Bend, the Panhandle, and around the rest of the U.S. Feeling like winter with the 20s in Boston, the Big Apple, Cincinnati, 30s in Chicago, Kansas City. Speaking of which, Rhiannon, there you go. That's what's happening over in your hometown. 34 in Atlanta, 50s in Texas. Another storm system is headed towards the mid-Atlantic, northeast New England areas. There you can see dumping plenty of snow and some active weather across the Great Lakes and into the Ohio River Valley. Also across the southern plains, we're seeing plenty of rain and a wintry mix around Colorado, especially Denver, getting the dusting of snow. Pacific Northwest finally, and California getting a break. For us, lots of sunshine, nice and dry. Tomorrow will not be as cool as what we're seeing today, but then I told you about that stronger front on the way. 40s at night in the morning hours as we get into the weekend, and highs in the 60s. So chilly sunshine with cold air at night for sure. Today, the high 74, so dressing in layers is probably key because by the afternoon, that's pretty comfortable, right? And tonight we'll see lows dipping down once again to the 50s, upper 50s near the coast. low 50s inland. And we're going to see the wind out of the north at about 10. So again, the winds have lightened up in comparison to yesterday, but still a Gulf Stream advisory in place for boaters, seas 4 to 9, a moderate chop on the bays. Here's the extended forecast. As you can see, tomorrow, 73 degrees. Friday morning will be chillier with the upper 40s and highs in the low to mid 60s as we kick off the long holiday weekend for Valentine's Day. It'll be cuddle weather with 42 in the morning and the high of 63. Sunday with the Grove Arts Festival, the boat show. Wake up with the upper 40s, highs in the low to mid 60s. Breezy, cool even through President's Day on Monday with 64.
It looks good, although it's cool. I don't see any clouds or rain out there, so it should be nice.
Great. And you know, you went to the Coconut Groves Arts Festival last year, right? It's usually blazing hot.
Yep.
So this will be a nice change, actually,
nice
if you're
change.
going to spend your time outdoors.
And it's right on the water, so it'll probably be even breezier and nice out there. So it'll be a great weekend for that. So this morning, it's looking great out on the roadways. We have nothing going on, so that's the great news. We're just going to pretty much drive around and show you all the live shots and prove it to you, South Florida. I-95 at Sample Road, if this is your drive for your Wednesday morning, halfway there, northbound are the taillights. Headlights would then be heading southbound, so no accidents in Broward. I-95 at Sterling. Here's that southbound side at I-95. Heading into Miami-Dade on the Palmetto, this is that eastbound commute. Plenty of you heading eastbound at Northwest 24th Avenue as you're driving toward the Golden Glades interchange. This is the Palmetto southbound right after you drive underneath the Dolphin Expressway. Then here's the northbound side right before you get to the Dolphin Expressway. Back onto I-95, this time in Miami-Dade County. I-95 drivers northbound, and then the headlights are heading southbound. This is at Opelika Boulevard or Northwest 135th Street. So no construction. We had a number of construction issues earlier this morning. Everything cleared up. And then leaving you with a live look of your drive on I-95 in Miami-Dade. A little bit closer to downtown Miami. This is that southbound commute as it winds around on those curves at Northwest 62nd Street. Headlights would then be heading northbound. Guys.
Vanessa, thank you. On the Health Watch this morning, a major shift concerning cholesterol in our diets. The nation's top nutrition advisory panel has decided we don't have to worry about having too much cholesterol in our diets. The group finding that cholesterol no longer be considered a nutrient of concern. But the new view does not reverse warnings about high levels of bad cholesterol in the blood. Experts still recommend people consume more vegetables, fruits, and whole grains. And a new study says a daytime nap might be helpful if you're having trouble sleeping at night. French researchers found a 30-minute cat nap can reverse the hormonal impact of poor sleep. It can reduce your stress and boost the immune system. And we can all use the help. A U.S. survey shows about 3 in 10 adults sleep 6 hours or less a night, or 4 in 4 morning anchors.
And now, CBS 4 Sports.
Dwayne Wade makes a decision about the upcoming NBA All-Star Game, plus the Panthers turn up the heat on the Ducks. Here's CBS 4 Sports anchor Jim Barry with your morning sports report.
Good morning. The Heat tonight play their final game before the All-Star break in Cleveland. Dwayne Wade will be there, but he's not going to suit up. Wade is definitely taking it easy, making sure that his hamstring is going to be A-OK. He also plans to attend the All-Star festivities this weekend in New York, but he's not playing there either. Says he's got to play it smart right now.
I could play tomorrow, I could push it, but I don't know if that would be the smart thing to do. I think the smartest thing to do is to, continue to use this All-Star break, strengthen myself a little more, and be ready for the second half push.
Panthers trying to make a second half push right now. Gerard Gallant's team taking on Anaheim last night, and they come out smoking. Check out Aaron Ekblad wristing one home, putting the Panthers up big in this one, and they keep pouring it on. Dave Boland gives them a 5-1 lead at this point, and Roberto Luongo making sure the Cats don't blow it this time. He makes 31 saves. Panthers win. The baseball Canes back on the practice field getting ready for this season, and they are preseason ranked 13th. Catcher Zach Collins, a big part of their hope for this year, and Jim Morris, his coach, says this guy could be spectacular.
He's one of the better hitters in the country. He's fun to watch because you feel like every time he walks up there, he can hit one on the parking deck, which is great. And as long as he doesn't think that, then we'll be okay. But he's fun to watch to hit. The ball really jumps off his bat.
Sounds like he's talking about Giancarlo Stanton of the Marlins, who, by the way, hope they're going to get an All-Star game in 2017. I'm Jim Barry, CBS 4 Sports This Morning.
It is time to talk with Joe now, our daily chat with WQAM radio host Joe Rose, live from their studios this morning. And a lot of people buzzing this morning. Joe, the Herald reporting the Marlins are going to get the 2017 All-Star game. What do you think?
This is fantastic news, Rhiannon, and it really is for not only baseball to finally get an all-star game. Remember, we lost in 2000 after we dumped a lot of payroll on the team, and Major League Baseball was upset with Wayne Huizenga at the time and decided to take it away. So now a beautiful ballpark, a great event, home run derby, all the festivities. And bottom line, the big winner will be Miami. Tourism, it will be fantastic, filling up hotel rooms. And it'll just be a fun event and a great chance for Miami area to really showcase how special it really is for a couple of days. And you know those Major League Baseball All-Stars are going to love to spend a couple of days playing baseball and having a good time in South Beach.
That's right. They'd love to take their talents to South Beach. I love the home run derby, but I didn't realize that baseball might soon actually create a bidding process for the All-Star game, similar to how the NFL does the Super Bowl. Do you think that they should do this, or do you think they should leave it the way that it is?
No, I think it's pretty smart. If you really want it, kind of like the Super Bowls and everything else and the national championship games, they've all turned out to be the same thing. Hey, you got a beautiful facility here, but so do a lot of cities, so show us what you're going to give us. If you want it, you're going to have a chance to get it. We'll have to find out in 2017 how much it impacts the economy for tourism in Miami. If it works out, I expect we'll be players again, and I also think the players really want to have it down here, and I think that's really going to help for us to get a couple more down the road.
Yeah, I think they'd rather be here than Cincinnati, where it is this year. Joe, got to ask you, the Little League team, the USA Champs, are being investigated for using ringers, for using kids who don't actually live in their area to play in the game. And I guess a ruling's about to come down to see if they violated the rules. What do you think? Does this happen a lot?
This would be really sad. I think it does go on a lot. I got a feeling somebody ratted them out and said, hey, those are some of our best players that are now playing in the Jackie Robinson West Little League. They shouldn't be there. And somebody complained if they did, and we find out they recruited some of the better players from other areas to come play on that team. Tell you what, that's a big no-no for Little League and a real embarrassment, especially after they took time to meet the President of the United States. It was such a feel-good story, a great story, to find out some players might have come in from other areas. Not good, the way this could finish.
We hope that it's not true. All right, Joe, we'll talk to you a little bit later. We got a lot of fun stories to talk about, including the big Powerball jackpot. So think about what you would do with all that money, okay?
I'm already thought about it. I wouldn't be here right now.
You were talking about the controversy on the baseball field where one company is creating more controversy. We're talking about Urban Outfitters, the product that critics are saying reminds them of the Holocaust.
Yeah, and this isn't the first time that company has come under fire. Plus, making history, what Apple has achieved that no other American company has ever before.
Plus, caught on camera, talk about bad customer service. A fight breaks out between a store employee and a customer. What may have sparked the brawl? We'll have that for you coming up.
He left home to study drama and spent his life fighting racism and refused roles that degraded his people. Learn more about Ossie Davis and celebrate Black History. CBS 4 salutes Black History Month.
When you see these faces, you know you're getting world news of the highest integrity. So when you see these faces, just know we hold our local news to the same standard, and it's what you can expect every day on CBS 4 News.
Only one place offers you monumental savings. Edmore Sawgrass Buick during the Monumental Sales Event. New 2015 Encore, $149 a month, or Enclaves, $249 a month, or 1.9% APR on certified pre-owns. Visit EdmoreSawgrass.com.
CBS Money Watch every weekday morning in CBS 4 News This Morning is sponsored locally by Vista BMW, where luxury meets value.
Who says you have to choose between luxury and value? At Vista BMW in Coconut Creek and Vista BMW in Pompano Beach, we believe one should always come with the other. Drive the legendary 3 Series for only $219 a month, or a new X1 just $259 a month. Plus, pay nothing out of pocket for maintenance. Now that's affordable luxury.
So, what are you driving?
Vista BMW in Coconut Creek and Pompano Beach, where luxury meets value.
As light as a crisp breeze, a breath of fresh air. City Furniture presents Trade Winds by Kevin Charles. Our exclusive collection of relaxed Caribbean casual furniture. Designed to transform your home into your own private island. Explore Trade Winds today at cityfurniture.com.
During Honda's President's Day sale, get new Hondas for over $2,500 less than other brands.
Honda, I like it!
All fully equipped Hondas are on sale from just $159 a month or $0 down. Get the most features starting at just $16,315. Save thousands during this President's Day sale. New Hondas over $2,500 less than the other brands. Payments from $159 a month or starting at only $16,315. This week during the President's Day sale at your South Florida Honda dealers.
Only one place offers you monumental savings. Edmore Sawgrass GMC during the Monumental Sales Event. New 2015 Terrains, $139 a month, or Acadias, $239 a month, or 1.9% APR on certified pre-owns. Visit EdmoreSawgrass.com.
Rick Folbaum and Erica Sargent. Weeknights on CBS 4 News.
All right, check this out. Caught on camera, an employee and a customer get into a violent fight inside a Walmart store in Texas. You can see that the two are yelling at each other, and then one headbutts the other. There you go. Witnesses say that the two got into a verbal fight the day before when the customer and her husband went in to file her taxes.
Well, a lot of people are getting a kick out of watching a new ad for a robot dog, but they are not a fan of watching that robot dog get kicked. Take a look. That robot, its name is Spot, is the creation of Boston Dynamics, the Google-owned defense contractor. They keep kicking it. In the ad, the company is trying to highlight how stable the robot is, but you can see it stays up when it's kicked. But the video, a lot of critics are comparing it to kicking a real dog and wish that there was another way of getting this point across. You would think that there would have to be. The video ends with, no robots were harmed in the making of this video. Again, it is a robot, but I get it. I thought the same thing when I saw it.
I gotta admit, I do that to my vacuum. All right, on the Money Watch this morning, Urban Outfitters faces new accusations of selling offensive products. Plus, Apple reaches a whole new financial level. CBS 4's Jill Wagner is joining us live this morning from the New York Stock Exchange with more details. Jill, good morning.
Good morning, Walter. Apple is making history. Its stock climbed 2% yesterday, so it's now the first U.S. company to be valued at more than $700 billion. To put it into perspective, it's double the value of Microsoft. Apple just reported some record profits thanks to sales of its new iPhones. And the Anti-Defamation League wants Urban Outfitters to stop selling a controversial tapestry. The group says the gray and white striped fabric with pink triangles is eerily similar to what Nazis forced gay prisoners to wear in concentration camps. And this is not the first time Urban Outfitters is being called out for being connected to alleged Nazi garb. Walter?
All right, Jill, so we're hearing that if you're leaving your job, then you have to be very careful how you do it. Please help us out. Explain.
Yeah, 9 in 10 managers that were surveyed by Office Team say that the way employees quit actually affects their future career. And they gave some examples of the most unusual quitting stories. One worker threw a brick through the window with the words, "I quit." Another sent an email blast to the entire staff. One person just left a Post-it note. So their best advice, give at least 2 weeks notice and help train your replacement. Certainly seems like the more mature approach. Walter?
Yes, and Jill, we hope you're not leaving anytime soon. We enjoy seeing you every morning.
Staying put.
I always say it's best to not burn bridges. You never know where people are going to pop up.
Absolutely.
Don't throw a brick through a window. Not a good idea.
And with that, that's CBS 4 this morning at 5 a.m.
6 starts now.
Developing overnight, the man accused of killing his girlfriend's 3-year-old son is now under arrest. We're live with the charges he now faces. Then television shakeups. NBC News anchor Brian Williams is suspended from the job. Plus, The Daily Show's Jon Stewart makes a major announcement after 16 years. And Powerball fever. The jackpot now stands at $485 million. Did you get your ticket yet? Good morning, South Florida. It is 6 a.m. on this Wednesday, Hump Day, February 11th. Thanks for being here with us. I'm Walter McCullough.
I'm Rhiannon Alley. I'm dreaming of what I'm going to do with all of that Powerball money. We do your traffic and weather together. I know Vanessa Borge would still be doing traffic if she won $400 million, so don't worry, South Florida.
And meteorologist Lisette Gonzalez, we are hoping we'll still be doing our weather.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'd have to think about that. No, but I do love my job and lucky to be here with you each and every day. We love our viewers. We love that you join us and you're a part of our family. So yeah, we all have to maybe play the Powerball and see if we get lucky this today. Actually, right now we're lucky with our weather as it's quiet and dry. It's chilly out there though. We're talking numbers in terms of temperatures and we're seeing low 50s on the map, 52 in Pompano Beach and Fort Lauderdale, Pembroke Pines. Right now, 47 in West Kendall, 54 in Miami, 5 to 15 degrees cooler than yesterday. Upper 50s through Key Largo Marathon, 61 in Key West. The breeze out of the northwest behind a front that pushed through yesterday. And the bus stop forecast showing, yes, the kids need sweaters, jackets this morning. By the afternoon, pleasant highs in the low to mid 70s with lots of sunshine. It will be even colder as we get into the weekend. Yes, I used the word cold. But right now, let's get a check of your traffic with Vanessa.
I would be reporting the traffic in Italy and France and Greece, because I love all of you, South Florida. I-95 at Sterling Road. Let's talk about South Florida roadways, though. As you're heading southbound and northbound, a packed I-95 in Broward County at 602. You know the drill. Everybody getting out the door starting off that Wednesday morning, halfway there. I-95 at Northwest 135th Street. Also busy in Miami-Dade, northbound and southbound side, getting out of the Golden Glades interchange at Opa-locka Boulevard. Here's I-95 a little bit closer to downtown Miami. Nice and quiet at Northwest 54th Street on the southbound side, and then leaving you with a live look at your drive on the Palmetto. 826 drivers looking good. There's no accidents, no construction in all of South Florida. There's the eastbound commute, and Northwest 17th Avenue westbound would then be those headlights, guys.
Vanessa, thank you. Developing this morning, a man wanted for murdering his girlfriend's 3-year-old son is now under arrest. Corey Gordon was taken into custody late last night.
CBS 4's Maribel Rodriguez joins us now live with the details. Maribel, what do we know now?
Well, Walter, Rhiannon, we can tell you that he was brought here to the Broward County Jail after being taken into custody late last night in Lauderhill. The details as to exactly where he was taken into custody, that has yet to be determined, but we do know he is here facing first-degree murder for the death of his girlfriend's little boy.
Corey Gordon, the man Broward Sheriff's Office says killed a 3-year-old boy, has been arrested. He was taken into custody late Tuesday night in Lauderhill. According to BSO, Gordon killed Kai's coach on Monday after the boy's mother, Chantel Hay, says she left her son with Gordon, her boyfriend, while she went to work. And when he picked her up, Gordon was crying and her son was in the car, but not breathing.
He hurt him. He hurt him to the point where he was lifeless. He took his life away from him, away from me and my mom.
Kaisa's grandmother, Glenda Hay, says Kaisa's injuries were severe.
She looked at his stomach. There was bruises all over his stomach, and like he punched him in his temple.
Glenda Hay said her grandson told her just 3 days ago that Gordon punched him in the stomach.
Kais was so afraid of him.
The family says Gordon drove Hay and Hais to Coral Springs Medical Center, where he dropped them off and drove away. Chantel Hay says she trusted Corey Gordon.
I never thought that he would hurt my son.
Neither BSO nor the Broward Medical Examiner's Office would release any details about Kaisa's death, other than saying it was a homicide. Glenda Hay says Gordon should be punished.
He needs to pay for what he did.
And again, according to BSO, Corey Gordon was taken into custody late last night in Lauderhill. He was here at the Broward County Jail facing a charge of first-degree murder. We're live in Fort Lauderdale. Maribel Rodriguez, CBS 4 this morning.
Maribel, thank you. Breaking news this morning from the Mediterranean. The United Nations Refugee Agency says 200 migrants have died in the frigid waters off of the Italian coast. The agency says survivors coming on shore said that there was another rubber boat that was carrying migrants and it still hasn't been found. That is leading to fears that there may be even more victims still in those frigid waters. Earlier this week, 29 people died traveling from North Africa.
And now a developing story for you this morning. The State Department confirms that it is closing the U.S. Embassy in Yemen and evacuating staff over security concerns. Yemen has been a country in crisis for months now since Iran linked Shiite Houthi rebels took over the capital and much of the country. The State Department had already been operating with a small staff. U.S. officials say that this won't affect counterterrorism operations against al-Qaeda's Yemen branch.
Also developing this morning, police have arrested a suspect wanted in the shooting of the sports director for the CBS station in San Diego. The SWAT team surrounded the home of 54-year-old Mike Montana last night, where he surrendered. Montana is accused of shooting Kyle Kraska in front of his own home yesterday. Police say Montana is a contractor believed to have painted Kraska's house. They say he had a dispute with Kraska and targeted him. Kraska suffered gunshot wounds to his leg and the left side of his stomach, but his station says he is recovering this morning from surgery, and it looks like he's going to be okay.
And this morning, there's a shakeup happening in the TV world on two fronts. One, a major announcement from NBC News regarding Brian Williams. And two, Jon Stewart announces he's leaving The Daily Show. CBS 4's Cynthia Demas has details on both developments.
NBC News President Deborah Turnus sent out a memo saying Brian Williams is out for now. She said the suspension will be without pay and is effective immediately. Williams came under serious fire and criticism when he misrepresented events which occurred while he was covering the Iraq War. Turnus said it then became clear that on other occasions, Brian had done the same while telling that story in other venues. This was wrong and completely inappropriate for someone in Brian's position. NBC Universal CEO Steve Burke said what Williams did has jeopardized the trust of millions, but said he deserves a second chance and we are rooting for him. Williams apologized last week for saying he was in a helicopter that was hit by a grenade while covering the Iraq War in 2003. Instead, he was with a group of choppers and another was hit. Some veterans involved called him out.
I want to apologize. I said I was traveling in an aircraft that was hit by RPG fire. I was instead in a following aircraft. We all landed after the ground fire incident.
Then another TV shakeup. Comedy Central's Jon Stewart will leave The Daily Show as host later this year. Stewart broke the news to the audience at Tuesday's taping in New York. Stewart took over the show in '99. No one and nothing was off limits. Just 5 months ago, he poked fun of our notorious Fangate. Remember when R. Elliot Rodriguez said,
"We have been told that Governor Scott will not be participating in this debate."
Well, you cannot participate. A debate must have at least two parties to be considered a debate.
And just last night, Stewart actually discussed Brian Williams' recent conundrum.
See the problem? We got us a case here of infotainment confusion syndrome. It occurs when the celebrity cortex gets its wires crossed with the medulla oblongata. The truth of what a reporter's saying is all in the direction their face is turned. News story, war story. Trust me on this. Total bull.
I'm Cynthia Demas, CBS 4 This Morning.
Now, in November, Stewart was on Howard Stern's show talking about possibly stepping down, saying that he has young kids and was concerned about always coming home late at night to his children. Now, as for Brian Williams, he has not commented on his suspension.
Today, the president will ask Congress for new authorization to use force against ISIS. This comes as family and friends remember American hostage Kayla Mueller. The Islamic State confirmed her death through a private message to her family that included a picture as proof. ISIS captured Mueller in Syria in August 2013 while she was there working for a humanitarian aid organization. ISIS claims she was killed in a Jordanian airstrike last week, but so far that has not been confirmed. Mueller is the third American to die in the hands of ISIS, including journalist Steven Sotloff from Miami and also James Foley. Two men are under arrest suspected of plotting a terrorist attack in Australia. The two were caught during a house raid in Sydney. Police found a hunting knife, a machete, and a homemade ISIS flag. Australia has been on heightened alert since December when two people and a gunman were all killed during a deadly hostage situation at a Sydney coffee shop.
President Obama will release new details today on the U.S. efforts to combat the Ebola outbreak. It will include a withdrawal of U.S. troops fighting the deadly disease in West Africa. 2,600 troops were deployed, but just 100 will remain by April 30th. The White House says that Ebola cases are declining in Liberia, Sierra Leone, and Guinea. Troops staying behind will continue to work with Liberia's military and others fighting Ebola. The move comes as Ron Klain wraps up his work as the Ebola response coordinator.
Some big news this morning for my Miami Marlins fans, our news partners at the Herald report the Marlins will host the Major League Baseball All-Star Game in 2 years. Yes, 2017. Neither the Marlins nor the MLB has confirmed it just yet, but the Herald says the deal is done. The Marlins had hoped to get the Midsummer Classic right after Marlins Park opened 3 years ago. Baseball awarded the game to South Florida 15 years ago, but then yanked it after the Marlins dismantled their first World Series team. Now, this might be one of the last times the All-Star Game is awarded this way because baseball might soon create a bidding process similar to the way the NFL does the Super Bowl. All right,
are you feeling lucky this morning? If you are, then you may want to pick up a Powerball ticket today. The jackpot is now estimated at $485 million. Tonight's drawing is the 5th largest prize in U.S. history, and while we can all dream about hitting the jackpot and taking home the entire Powerball prize, the reality is those dreams are extremely slim, very, very slim, 1 in 175 million.
Wow. Okay. So let's put that in perspective because that number really probably doesn't mean a lot to you. But you have a better chance of being crushed by an asteroid because the chances of that happening, 1 in 700,000 than winning the Powerball.
And listen to this one. You have a better chance of being struck by lightning because the chances of that is 1 in 136,000.
Hey, but there's still a chance. It's slim, but it's there.
But I think the numbers will go up during the summer for us because we have a lot more lightning. So we might have a better chance.
It is 6:12 and coming up, back home with his family.
Yes, the North Miami Beach police officer. He was injured on the job. Well, he's getting the all clear to leave the hospital. Ahead at 6:30, he speaks out for the first time since being shot.
But first, the fight for life. What police are now confirming about the investigation into Bobby Christina Brown's case. This on the anniversary of Whitney Houston's death.
And more prime real estate for Donald Trump. The South Florida spot the mogul reportedly has his eyes on now.
Happy Wednesday. Right now, a chilly start thanks to our weather watchers for letting us know what's happening right now. Sandra Gate Booth reporting 56 degrees in Lauderdale by the sea. Of course, Sandra always sending us some breathtaking sunrise shots. She's calling it Tuesday morning glory. But yeah, thankfully, we're halfway through the week now. And this Wednesday morning, 59 degrees in Key Largo. Ada Santos, she also never disappoints. Look at the colors in the sky. We are in for a gorgeous day ahead, but even colder weather for the weekend. I'll have more on that straight ahead.
For the love of luxury, we invite you to visit Lexus of North Miami. Drive the all-new 2015 Lexus NX 200, only $329 a month, with over 1 million square feet, all to serve you. For the love of luxury, we invite you to visit Lexus of North Miami.
So many boats, so many deals. You can't afford to miss the Progressive Insurance Miami International Boat Show. February 12th through 16th. Shop boats for every lifestyle. It's the greatest boat show in the world. MiamiBoatShow.com.
UFit asks, what's your fit? Is it fulfilling that dream of snuggling back into your wedding dress like it's 1999? Or is it having the ability to curl Little Max and his stuffed elephant? At UFit, we've designed the gym experience with one simple focus: you and everything you've asked for. A comfortable environment with no pressure and no obligations. For a limited time only, $7 down, $10 a month to month. Work out where you fit at UFit.
Thank you for being a sailor and my daddy. Thank you, Mom, for protecting my future.
Thank you for being my hero and my dad.
Military families are thankful for many things. The legacy of USAA Auto Insurance could be one of them. Our world-class service earned USAA the top spot in a study of the most recommended large companies in America. If you're current or former military or their family, see if you're eligible to get an auto insurance quote.
Those are Hondas. Those are AutoNation Hondas. What's the difference? Compared to Kelley Blue Book's fair purchase price, most people pay less for their cars at AutoNation. So drop on by.
Right now, get a new 2015 Civic, $98 a month. Or a new 2015 Accord, only $149 a month. AutoNation! AutoNation Honda in Miami Lakes and Hollywood.
The fact is, most people pay less at AutoNation.
The world-famous Harlem Globetrotters.
American Airlines Arena, March 1st.
So many boats, so many deals. You can't afford to miss the Progressive Insurance Miami International Boat Show. February 12th through 16th. Shop boats for every lifestyle. It's the greatest boat show in the world. MiamiBoatShow.com.
For the love of luxury, we invite you to visit Lexus of North Miami. Drive the all-new 2015 Lexus NX 200, only $329 a month, with over 1 million square feet, all to serve you. For the love of luxury, we invite you to visit Lexus of North Miami.
Welcome back. It is 6:15. We are keeping our eye on the storm this morning. People in Boston are trying to get back to normal. But how can they when they're dealing with all of this?
Wow.
You know, the city's been brought to a standstill by another strong storm. Commuter trains will start slowly rolling back into service today. That at least is some good news. But New England's problems might not be melting just yet. Meteorologists predict more snow for tomorrow. And then a larger storm is expected Sunday into Monday. Are these kids ever going to be able to go back to school? They might have to cancel their spring break. And then here's how it works. I was explaining this to Vanessa because you guys didn't deal with snow days when you were growing up the way that I did. What happens is they give you an allotment at the beginning of the year. They account for maybe 4 or 5 days, but if you go over that, you have to make them up at the end of the school year or over your spring break. Yeah, you don't just get 3 days.
Spring break playing in the snow? No one does that.
I know. I feel bad.
And there's another storm system headed their way later today into tomorrow. Can you believe it? Yeah, the storms have been relentless up in the New England areas and also around the Northeast. But here in South Florida, we're getting our own taste of the wintry weather, South Florida style. Yeah, we don't have snow days here. We have hurricane days, basically, which I had to contend with growing up. And, you know, although I was happy to not go to school, it was scary to deal with these tropical systems headed our way. But yes, thankfully, we don't have to deal with those winter storms here in South Florida. Although, again, it is a chilly start out there as we're looking live from our Fort Lauderdale camera. Mostly clear skies. It feels wonderful. You won't need the AC this morning as you get ready to head out the door, hop in your car. You can roll down the windows. There you see the mostly clear skies, dry, stable air in place across the peninsula. The breeze out of the northwest anywhere from 5 to 9 miles per hour. So not as windy as yesterday, but absolutely cooler. 46 degrees right now in Kendall. So inland areas waking up to the upper 40s, 52 in Fort Lauderdale, 51 in Homestead. We're seeing upper 50s and low 60s even down through the Keys. The real cold air is across Central Florida with the upper 40s there, 41 in Gainesville and Jacksonville, near freezing right now across the Panhandle. And taking a look at the rest of the U.S., 20s across Boston, New York City, Cincinnati, right now Minneapolis, 30s in Chicago, Kansas City, St. Louis, Memphis, Atlanta, D.C. We're seeing 45 in New Orleans, 50 in Dallas. There it is, this area of low pressure that's bringing snow across the Great Lakes, Ohio River Valley, some wintry weather as well. This is all sliding to the east, headed towards our friends in the New England areas once again in the Northeast as well. Also dealing with quite a bit of activity across the southern plains. There you see the snow and the rain over in Colorado into New Mexico. And finally, the West Coast is getting a break for the storms they've been contending with. Here in South Florida, we will see highs in the low 70s today. Tomorrow, the same deal with lots of sunshine. We're going to see a cold front roll through Thursday night, and that means we'll see lows dipping down to the 40s. Friday, winter sunshine. For the weekend, still expecting cold lows in the 40s, possibly a few upper 30s inland with chilly sunshine as we're going to have a reinforcing shot of cooler air. If ever there is pressure for a meteorologist, it's this weekend, since we have not only the boat show, but the Grove Arts Festival, and we have a proud partnership with the St. Stephen's Art Show as well. So a lot happening. Today, 74 degrees. It will be spectacular. Get out and enjoy it if you can after work maybe. Tonight, 56 near the coast, inland 51. Gulfstream advisory, boaters seas 4 to 9, moderate chop on the bays. Here's your extended forecast. We will see highs in the low 70s tomorrow. Friday, the 60s for Valentine's Day. Chilly start with 42 and a high of 63. Sunday, 46 when you wake up. Breezy, cool during the day with 64 all the way through President's Day on Monday.
Ooh. I hope that you've all bought your Valentine's gifts. It's getting close.
Did you buy your husband one?
No, I have not.
Luckily, he's sleeping or with Roman right now. Actually, he's with Roman. What am I saying?
I know.
You guys don't
You
sleep.
have a couple of days, though.
Yeah, a few days. I like
Figure
to give
it
my
out.
mom something, too. Do you buy your parents gifts?
My dad always buys me something every year. I'm his Valentine and he's mine. Don't tell my
sweet.
mom.
Don't tell your mom. What if your mom does the same thing with your brother and you guys just don't know?
But that's kind of the way it is. Like, I'm a daddy's girl. My brother is a mama's boy. That's the way it goes. So this morning, let's talk about traffic, not my
Let's
love
talk
life.
about it. Is there
Because my
anything
dad
going
is my
on?
Valentine. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I-95 at Sterling Road, southbound and northbound. I'm just going to show you all the shots of the busiest different roadways throughout South Florida because there's no accidents, there's no construction. Southbound are the taillights, headlights are heading northbound on I-95. So looking great in Broward. Like I said, no crashes, so nothing slowing you down this morning, and all the construction crews left for the morning. 826 and Northwest 24th Avenue, so another busy street as you're heading eastbound on the Palmetto toward the Golden Glades interchange. Also busy on the Palmetto northbound as you approach the Dolphin Expressway. That's where you split up into 836 eastbound. Southbound looking a lot better in that area. Heading out on 826 is fine. There's no construction there. But I-95, a different story here at Northwest 95th Street because we're seeing both directions very busy. Whether you're heading southbound on the general purpose lanes, even the express lanes look pretty packed as well, or northbound heading toward the Golden Glades interchange. It's going to be a busy one out there. I-95 a little bit closer to downtown Miami. This is at Northwest 29th Street after you pass the State Road 112 or the Airport Expressway, deciding which ramp you're going to head out on. That's that southbound drive. Headlights would then be heading northbound. Guys.
Vanessa, thank you. The Bobby Christina Brown case is now a criminal investigation. Police confirm that they are looking into the conditions surrounding Brown's near drowning in a bathtub at her home outside of Atlanta. Brown's boyfriend, Nick Gordon, has been questioned about bruises found in Bobby Christina's chest. Meanwhile, her family says that they have no intention of taking Bobby Christina off of life support today, which is the 3rd anniversary of her mother, Whitney Houston's death.
Okay, time to take a look this morning at what is making front page news all across the country. In this morning's Miami Herald, a report that Donald Trump has his eye on the public golf course at Key Biscayne's Crandon Park. Our news partners say Trump is set to invest $10 million in improvements, but he is pledging not to increase green fees for Miami-Dade residents. USA Today's front page is focused on the tragic death of Kayla Mueller. She is the American aid worker killed while being held hostage by ISIS. As we learn more about her final days and the failed attempts to save her life, the president is set to formally ask Congress for new authorization to use military force against ISIS. And the New York Post, known for its creative headlines, offers their take on the Brian Williams scandal. The headline reads, "Brian shot down, this time for real." NBC announced last night Williams will be off the air, suspended with no pay for 6 months. Brian Williams admitted his Iraq war stories of being in a helicopter that took on RPG fire, which he now admits was false.
All right, coming up next, saying goodbye.
Hollywood reacts to Jon Stewart's big announcement that he is calling it quits after 16 years at The Daily Show.
Plus, a sweater surprise. Why a cheap thrift store purchase turned out to be worth a lot more than the 58-cent price tag. Oh, this one's good. You have to see it. We'll be right back.
It's Customer Appreciation Days at South Motors Honda. Sign and drive new Honda Accords with zero due at signing for just $259 a month.
Be smart, drive south.
It's Tire Kingdom's President's Day event. Buy 2 tires, get 2 free instantly with our value installation package. Goodyear, Continental, Pirelli, and more. Through President's Day, buy 2 tires, get 2 free instantly. Tire Kingdom Service Centers.
Celebrate the leaders of the road during Hyundai's President's Day sale. Get class-leading interior room in an Elantra. On sale, just $139 a month lease or 0 down. Sonata, a leader in safety. Only $169 a month lease or 0 down. Santa Fe Sport, a leader in power. Only $199 a month lease or 0 down. And every Hyundai comes with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. And right now, get 0% APR financing for 72 months on new Hyundai. Save thousands this week.
Now there's even more to smile about at Hair Cuttery. With our new Smile Back Guarantee, our stylists will do whatever it takes until you are 100% delighted and smiling back in the mirror at the new you. Hair Cuttery. Smart looks, smart prices.
It's true. So sexy. Even more beautiful in person. Such curves. Those legs. I love that fabric. That stitching is perfect.
Action, Sophia.
The Sofia Vergara Furniture Collection.
And Cindy Crawford Home.
2 great collections.
1 great store.
Only rooms to go.
The Carnival of Savings is going on now at Acura of Pembroke Pines, where the deals are hot, hot, hot. New 2015 TLX, $265 a month. New 2015 RDX, $225 a month. New 2015 ILX, $145 a month, with a 5-day, 4-night Caribbean cruise included at Acura of Pembroke Pines, the #1 Acura dealer 5 years in a row on Pines Boulevard, just west of I-75, minutes from anywhere.
2 pairs of glasses for $69.95. America's best. The best prices in sight.
It's Customer Appreciation Days at South Motors Honda. Sign and drive a new Honda Civic with 0 due at signing for just $226 a month.
Be smart, drive south.
Welcome back. CBS This Morning is coming up at 7 a.m. sharp right here on CBS 4.
And the lovely Gail King joins us live from the CBS This Morning studio in New York City. Gail, good morning.
Hello, you two. Good to see you. Ahead, Major Garrett is at the White House with new details on a failed rescue attempt for the American woman killed in the hands of ISIS. Plus, cardiologist Tara Narula is in Studio 57 with what major changes in cholesterol recommendations could mean for your diet. Do we dare hope it includes bacon? Nah, I don't think so. And we go inside 2 big TV announcements, including Jon Stewart leaving The Daily Show. Oh, no, the news is back in the morning. We'll see you guys at 7 o'clock. Back to you, Roman's mom and Walter. And have I mentioned, I like it so much better when the 2 of you are together.
Well,
I know my opinion carries a lot of weight over there.
The thing is, we both want to talk to you every morning, so they just decided, you know what, let's just have you both do it.
Yes, we enjoy seeing you.
Yay, I like it.
Okay, looking forward to the show.
I like it.
Remember, CBS This Morning kicks
See you
off at
guys.
7 right here on CBS 4. Looking forward to hearing them go deeper into the Jon Stewart, Brian Williams
Absolutely.
thing. It is 6:26. It is time for Pop News, and the Academy has added more names to the list of stars who will take the stage at this year's Oscars.
Yes, Jennifer Aniston will be handing out trophies at Hollywood's biggest night. She won't be getting an Oscar, though, because she didn't score a nomination for her role in the movie Cake. She joins other newly announced presenters, including Chris Pratt, Kerry Washington, and John Travolta. Neil Patrick Harris, by the way, will be hosting the show that airs on February 22nd.
Well, from fans to fellow TV stars, many are reacting to the surprise news that Jon Stewart will sign off after 16 years at The Daily Show.
Yes, Stewart made the announcement on last night's show, and he thanked viewers, and he said that hosting was the honor of his professional life. Among those shocked, Alyssa Milano, who tweeted, "No, Jon Stewart can't retire from The Daily Show." Former CBS late night show host, that's Craig Ferguson, he said, "Congratulations to Jon Stewart on an extraordinary, groundbreaking run." And Mario Lopez, he said, "Jon Stewart leaving The Daily Show, not acceptable." Seriously.
I mean, who could possibly replace him? We'll have to wait and see. That's going to be really interesting. Okay, time to talk with Joe this morning. We've got a few interesting stories to talk with Joe Rose from WQAM Studios. Joe, good morning. What do you know, Joe?
Good morning, Rhiannon. How are you?
I am good. I'm not as good as one couple, though, in North Carolina. They bought a sweater at a thrift store for 58 cents, took it home. They were watching a documentary about Vince Lombardi and discovered that the sweater that they bought for 58 cents belonged to him and is worth thousands of dollars. Can you imagine?
No, can you imagine when they happened to watch that documentary on Vince Lombardi and then went back and looked at it and saw Lombardi on the tag? They went, home run. What a great story for all the people that go to garage sales and yard sales on the weekend. And I always drive by laughing at them going, what are they doing? That's why they go to those things. You never know, man. People are getting rid of Grandma and Grandpa's old stuff and getting rid of stuff they wanted. Oh, it's messing up the house, and you get it out there, and somebody says, hey, that's worth a lot of money. Great move. What a great story. They think that's going to go for between $10,000 and $20,000. Not bad on a 58 cents, huh? Not bad. Not a bad way to go.
They're the ones laughing all the way to the bank. I love this because the husband called the Pro Football Hall of Fame, and of course they asked for it. They want it for free, and the wife said, you're not giving that away for free. No. What wife would let that happen?
You got enough Vince Lombardi stuff. You don't need that. Exactly.
Okay, let's talk about, Joe, we got to talk about the Powerball. Have you heard this? The Powerball is up to a whopping $458 million. That is a lot of dough. Tonight is the drawing. What would you do with all that money? $485.
Well, you know, we've all been talking about we're all running out to get tickets this morning and hurry try to beat the crowd. But first thing I do is I'm trying. Do we give them 2 weeks notice or not, or do we just quit? Let's start with that one. I think Walter just quits. I think Walter's gone. He's back to Hawaii on the island, this big house, and really enjoying life. I tell you what, I think I get the big house in Lake Tahoe. I love it up there. I get that, but I'm going to surprise you. I think just to make sure my karma stays good and everything's good, I think I give a lot of that money, almost half to charity in Dade and Broward County, man. There's been some stories where people fall apart after getting all this money, but I am going to keep plenty for myself. Don't get me wrong.
I like that idea, Joe. Sounds very, very good. What do you think? Lake Tahoe? We all going to go visit Joe when he hits it big? I think we could do that. We'll save it a little bit, Joe.
Didn't we do our group ticket?
We did.
Yes.
We did. We all went
So
in.
we're ready.
So if you hear of a TV station winning big and you don't
We
see
hope
us
it's
on
us.
Monday tomorrow,
No, we will be back.
we will be here. Someone's got to give you the forecast, especially
That's
because
right.
it's changing so rapidly.
Yes, and it is a big weekend across South Florida. We have a lot going on, and if you think it's cool now, just wait for it. It will be even colder as we get into the weekend. We've got the boat show kicking off tomorrow, Grove Arts Festival, and of course, we have a proud sponsorship with the St. Stephen's Art Show as well. Wow, the pressure is on. As a meteorologist, I can tell you at least it's looking mainly dry for all of these activities. And of course, Valentine's Day, can't forget about that. Lovely weather, although on the cool side. And in fact, it is downright chilly this morning. Hey, the show is underway. Look at that live shot from our downtown Miami camera. Ooh, I have a feeling it is going to be one of those sunrises. So stick around. You're going to want to check that out. 47 in Kendall right now, 52 in Fort Lauderdale, 54 Miami, 58 in Marathon. Yes, you need sweaters, jackets, especially for the kids headed to school. 36 in Tallahassee, 40s in Central and portions of the Big Bend. The breeze out of the northwest, 5 to 7, 9 miles per hour, mostly clear skies. And as we head into the afternoon, highs will be in the low to mid 70s. But stop forecast showing that today we'll see lots of sunshine. So dressing in layers will probably your best bet. But you're going to need the heavier coats as we get into the weekend. More on that straight ahead. Let's get a check of your traffic right now with Vanessa.
I-95 drivers, we're going to start off with you southbound as you're making your way towards State Road 112, which is this live shot right here. So here are the southbound lanes on I-95 right before you get to the Airport Expressway. Now on that ramp to the Airport Expressway westbound, that's where you're going to see the one and only accident we have in all of South Florida. So that's all you have to worry about if you're jumping onto that ramp. I-95 at Northwest 29th Street, a nice looking drive as you're heading southbound and northbound, and then heading out on I-95 at 95th Street. It's going to be a slow one heading into downtown Miami, but at least there's no other accidents out there. Broward County accident free and no construction, guys.
Vanessa, thanks. We are following breaking news this morning out of Cutler Bay, where a police cruiser was shot up overnight.
CBS 4's Gabby Fleischman is live on the scene with more details. Gabby, what can you tell us?
Walter and Rhiannon, we're out on Marlin Road and Gulfstream Road. The scene cleared just minutes ago, and that patrol unit was towed away. I want to get you straight to that video. You can see there are multiple bullet holes in that car. We counted at least 5 bullet holes in the driver's side back window. Now, according to investigators, officers responded to a 911 call about shots fired just before 2 o'clock this morning. When they got here, they found a parked decoy police car had been shot up with multiple bullet holes. Now, this car is normally parked out here to deter crime. Instead, it became a target of it. Now, investigators say one of the bullets that was shot at that car actually went through it and hit a home here on Gulfstream Road. Fortunately, nobody was injured. Now, last month, another Miami-Dade patrol car that was parked outside of an officer's home not too far from here in Perrine was also shot up overnight. So there are similar circumstances, but at this point, investigators don't know if there's any connection between the two shootings. Now, if we take a look back out live here, you can see the gate here in front of this home where that bullet ended up flying. Again, fortunately, no injuries here, but there is a witness who told investigators that they saw a man on a bike riding away from this scene. So they are asking anyone who may have heard or seen anything or who may have any information on this crime to give Miami-Dade Crime Stoppers a call. That number is 305-471-TIPS. We're live from Cutler Bay. Gabby Fleischman, CBS 4 This Morning.
Gabby, thank you. Now at 6:34, a North Miami Beach police officer shot in the line of duty is out of the hospital this morning. We're happy to see him walking out. Officer Lino Diaz is now recovering at home with his family. Here's CBS 4's Aurelio Ortega with more on what he had to say.
days after being hit by 2 bullets, North Miami Beach police officer Lino Diaz walks out of JMH with a sling around his arm and a bullet still in his leg.
The support that I've gotten from everybody, it's been overwhelming, from community to law enforcement officers.
This picture, taken after undergoing surgery Monday night to repair a fractured bone, shows where one of the bullets struck Officer Diaz, as well as stitches going down his arm where surgeons implanted a metal plate.
You can see my recovery is going very well, and I will continue it.
Since being shot Friday while attempting to serve a search warrant at a North Miami Beach home, Officer Diaz has received widespread support from the community and fellow officers. Before leaving the hospital, his family loaded up all the flowers, balloons, and gifts sent to the decorated police veteran. But the one gift that Officer Diaz carried out himself, a teddy bear with an arm sling given to him by his 7-year-old daughter before surgery.
And she wanted to give it to me because it represents me in a sling. And this teddy bear I will have with me for the rest of my life.
You want to set this for status next Thursday? And then
The man accused of shooting Officer Diaz, Elton Bandu, appearing in court Tuesday morning. Because of the pending case, Officer Diaz not able to give details about Friday's shooting, saying his main mission is to get better.
My goal is to recover as quickly as possible, come back out here, serve and protect my community.
The suspect in the case remains locked up here at Turner Guilford Night Correctional Center with no bond. A judge is set to hold a hearing next week to announce his decision on Bandu's request to be released on bond. Meantime, Officer Diaz tells us that he will need physical therapy. He does not know when he'll be able to get back to work. Reporting from Northwest Miami-Dade, Aurelia Ortega, CBS 4 this morning.
Police in 3 Broward County cities are looking for armed robbers, and one agency thinks that they may all be searching for the same guys. Now, Miramar police believe that a recent robbery at an AutoZone store along State Route 7 may be connected to similar crimes at a Miami Subs restaurant in Davie and the Little Caesars Pizzeria in Sunrise. In the Miramar case, 2 men barged into the store wearing hoodies and green bandanas over their faces demanding cash. Men in similar attire pulled the same crime in Sunrise on Sunday, but in that case, one of the employees was shot in the foot for not giving up his cell phone password.
Fort Lauderdale Mayor Jack Seiler has been reelected to a 3rd term in office. Seiler went up against 3-time challenger Earl Reinerson and bartender Chris Captain Loogie Brennan. Seiler won the mayoral primary race with 71% of the votes. Brennan came in 2nd place with 16 and Reinerson in 3rd with 13%. Seiler wins despite making national headlines defending a new city ordinance restricting where the homeless can be fed in public.
Congratulations to Mayor Seiler. And coming up, a new controversy for Urban Outfitters, the product that critics say reminds them of the Holocaust.
This isn't the first time. Plus, making history, what Apple has now achieved that no other American company ever has before.
And caught on camera, talk about bad customer service. A fight breaks out between a store employee and a customer. Coming up, what may have sparked this brawl.
Oh my goodness. Thankfully, it is a nice, quiet, cool start out there. Checking in with our weather watchers right now. 55 degrees. That's what's happening down in Key Largo. Thank you, Scott Fowler, for letting us know what's happening there. And we are seeing even the upper 40s inland for some locations. Believe it or not, it will be even colder as we head into the long holiday weekend. I'll have more on that strong front on the way in my complete forecast.
You're going to love these savings at JM Lexus. Right now, drive a new RX 350 or GS 350, your choice, only $298 a month. Only from the #1 Lexus dealer in the world, JM Lexus.
Those are Fords. Those are AutoNation Fords. What's the difference? Based on Kelley Blue Book's fair purchase price, most people paid less for their cars at AutoNation. So drop on by.
Get new Fusions or Escapes. Your choice, $219 a month. Sign and drive. Or Focus, $199 a month. Sign and drive. AutoNation. AutoNation Ford with 4 South Florida locations.
The fact is, most people paid less at AutoNation.
Miami Cardiac and Vascular Institute is electrifying innovation. With our comprehensive network of the most renowned physicians and our $100 million expansion to enhance patient care at over 25 convenient locations throughout South Florida, more of our loved ones can experience the most trusted heart and vascular care in the region. Miami Cardiac and Vascular Institute. Innovation to love your heart more. Learn more at loveyourheartmore.com.
When you set out to find new roads, you obsess over perfection. Evolve function, elevate form, and create the highest quality midsize sedan. Chevrolet, the most awarded car company of 2014.
Right now, current qualified competitive owners and lessees can get this 2015 Chevy Cruze LT for $159 a month. See your South Florida Chevy dealer.
The time to act is now during Mattress One's President's Day sale. Buy any size mattress set, king, queen, or full at a twin set price. Any size 8-inch Cerna memory foam set, only $5.99. Any size Sealy Posturepedic set, only $4.99. Memory foam pillow, $10. Buy any size mattress set, king, queen, or full at a twin set price. Plus get 0 interest for 5 years and free express delivery during Mattress One's President's Day sale. Visit mattressone.com to find a store near you.
It's easy to fall in love at JM Lexus. Find your perfect match from over 1,400 attractive Lexus vehicles, like the new 2015 IS 250, only $189 a month.
When you think Lexus, think JM Lexus. You'll feel like you bought from the factory. Headquarter Toyota.
Welcome back on the Money Watch this morning. The secret to making the perfect purchase. Plus, Apple reaches a whole new financial level. CBS 4's Jill Wagner is live at the New York Stock Exchange with those stories and much more. Jill, good morning.
Good morning, Rhiannon. Apple's making history. Its stock climbed 2% yesterday. That means it is the first U.S. company to be valued at more than $700 billion. To put it into perspective, that's double the value of Microsoft. Apple just reported record profits thanks to sales of its new iPhones. And the Anti-Defamation League wants Urban Outfitters to stop selling a controversial tapestry. The group says the gray and white striped fabric with pink triangles is eerily similar to what Nazis forced gay prisoners to wear in concentration camps. And this is not the first time Urban Outfitters is being called out for being connected to alleged Nazi garb. Rhiannon?
Okay, Jill, let's talk about something else. Researchers say that they have discovered the perfect shopping strategy. So what is it?
Well, they say too many choices, whether it's for clothing or even cell phones, well, that can confuse the brain and lead to bad decisions. So researchers say shoppers should split potential purchases into 4 smaller groups, then choose the best option from each pile and narrow it down again. They say that approach lets shoppers really analyze the purchases, and 50% of the people they tried this on wound up making better decisions. I feel like it does take a lot of time, though. Rhiannon?
Yeah, that does sound a little bit time-consuming, but I don't know about you, but I've been to some of these stores like H&M or even Costco or something like that, and it does feel a little bit overwhelming. There's so many choices.
Right, and then you wind up just picking anything,
just buying
and it's
anything.
probably not the best.
Right.
Yep.
All right, Jill, thanks.
All right, so you got to make sure that you buy your Powerball ticket so that you don't have to worry about that.
That's right, $485 million. You could probably buy the whole shop.
There you go.
If you wanted
Then you don't
to.
have to worry about making decisions. Just take it all. Wouldn't that be nice? So we've got our own little group Powerball. Right, that we are all in.
Yeah.
So hopefully we'll be lucky. In terms of our weather,
We'd still be here for you, though, South Florida.
We will,
do enjoy
because
our
you know
jobs.
what? We're in for colder weather. I need to tell you about these tumbling temperatures.
Maybe once it gets nice, you could take some time off.
There you go. Yeah, right now we're waking up with 50s and 40s, but really beautiful sunrise shot from our downtown Miami camera. Yeah, right now we're kicking off the Wednesday morning with beautiful conditions out there. You're gonna need your sweaters, jackets as you head out the door. You won't need the AC. Right now, looking at the radar and satellite, dry, stable air in place behind a cold front that swept through yesterday. You can see that indicated by the wind flow out of the northwest, anywhere from 6 to 9 miles per hour. Yesterday was downright windy. Finally, the winds have lightened up, and it's a pleasant breeze throughout the day. 52 for you in Fort Lauderdale, 47 in West Kendall. Yeah, that's downright chilly. 54 in Miami, even cooled down through the Keys with 58 degrees right now in Marathon and 61 in Key West. You know where the serious cold air is right right now. 49 in Orlando, 40s in Gainesville, Jacksonville, 36 in Tallahassee. And looking across the rest of the U.S., 20s in Boston and New York City and Cincinnati, Minneapolis, 30s in Chicago and Denver and St. Louis and through Kansas City, 50s in Texas, but downright freezing in Atlanta. We're seeing 60s and 50s in California, 40s in the Pacific Northwest. Storm system headed towards the northeast New England areas again. Yes, another round of snow. We're already seeing the wintry precipitation across the Great Lakes and into the Ohio River Valley, as well as the southern plains and also the southern Rockies. Finally, the West Coast is getting a break because they've also been contending with back-to-back storms. For us, lots of sunshine today and tomorrow. The same story. Nice, dry with highs in the low 70s. Thursday night, a front's going to move through. We could see lows in the 40s by Friday morning, highs in the 60s, and then a reinforcing cold front will move in as we get into the weekend with chilly sunshine. It'll be cold at night and in the morning hours. For today, the high 74 degrees. So I would say dressing in layers will be your best bet, since by the afternoon it'll feel very comfortable. Tonight you'll need your jackets and sweaters. Again, we'll see those lows falling to the upper 50s near the coast. Inland, the low 50s. Boaters, no problems. Gulf Stream advisory, we're talking moderate chop on the bay, seas 4 to 9. Here's your extended forecast. It will be only colder as we get towards the latter part of the week and the long holiday weekend. Look at that. By Friday morning, waking up to 48 degrees, the high 64. Saturday morning for Valentine's Day, 42 and the high 63. Sunday, 46. Still chilly with a high of 64 degrees, breezy and cool straight through President's Day on Monday.
All right, Lissette, thank you.
Let's check the traffic alert right now. If you're heading out the door, Vanessa's got details. What's going on?
I-95, yet again, heading southbound. So for all of you who take that drive, take a look at this live shot. We're seeing an accident in Northwest 54th Street that's blocking that right lane and right shoulder. So this one's a bad one. You can see fire rescue out there and then a couple of cars involved. So everybody's slowing down on top of that. Couple that with all that rush hour traffic that I showed you just a few minutes ago, and take a look. That's I-95 at Northwest 95th Street. So lots of brake lights heading on that southbound side of I-95. So watch out there. Also seeing some flashing lights on your northbound side, but it looks like all the lanes are opened up. 826 drivers, there's no accidents on the Palmetto. This is all that lovely rush hour traffic we see in the morning on that northbound drive of the Palmetto, right as you drive underneath the Dolphin Expressway. 826 at Northwest 24th Avenue, much smoother drive here. I'll leave you with this live shot on your eastbound and your westbound side. Looking good, guys.
Vanessa, thank you. Now, caught on camera, an employee and a customer get into a violent fight. This is taking place inside a Walmart store in Texas, and you can see the two yelling at each other, and then one of them decides to headbutt the other. Witnesses say that the two got into a verbal fight when the day before, the customer there went in with her husband to file her taxes.
I guess the customer isn't always right. 6:47 is the time, and coming up, it's an all-new Women to Watch.
Yeah, she's an artist, an animal rights activist, and the concierge at the Miami Beach hotspot, the ultra-hip Standard Spa and Hotel. Up next, one-on-one with Crispy Solopeto about seeing it all on the job.
Her voice has been called a revelation. Marian Anderson was the first African-American to become a permanent member of the Metropolitan Opera Company and the first to perform at the White House. CBS 4 salutes Black History Month.
The Carnival of Savings is going on now at Acura of Pembroke Pines, where the deals are hot, hot, hot. New 2015 TLX, $265 a month. New 2015 RDX, $225 a month. New 2015 ILX, $145 a month, with a 5-day, 4-night Caribbean cruise included at Acura of Pembroke Pines, the #1 Acura dealer 5 years in a row on Pines Boulevard, just west of I-75, minutes from anywhere.
Your brain isn't like anyone else's. In fact, it's what makes you, you. Rosetta Stone Fit Brains is the convenient, fun, and effective way to build a better you from the brain out. It's a personalized brain training program designed by neuroscientists to give you a balanced mental workout that stimulates 6 important areas of your brain, all in the form of rewarding games, which means you'll find Rosetta Stone Fit Brains really easy to pick up, but hard to put down.
Fall
fall in love with the new Hyundai from Coconut Creek Hyundai and get no payments till May 2015 or get 0% financing during our sweet deal sales event. Lease the all-new Sonata for only $99 a month. Only at Coconut Creek Hyundai or even closer at CoconutCreekHyundai.com.
Celebrate the leaders of the road during Hyundai's President's Day sale. Get class-leading interior room in an Elantra. On sale just $139 a month lease or zero down. Sonata, a leader in safety. Only $169 a month lease or zero down. Santa Fe Sport, a leader in power. Only $199 a month lease or zero down. And every Hyundai comes with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. And right now, get 0% APR financing for 72 months on new